Hi guys, my name's Tierney and this is the first video in my revision diary. I'll be looking back on my previous week, thinking about the revision I've been doing, the kind of techniques I've been using, what I have found helpful, what I haven't found helpful, and just generally talking about how I've been getting on. So this week was the first week back after the Easter holidays and the sun has finally come out, so everybody wants to go outside, everyone wants to go and do fun stuff rather than sit inside of a stuffy classroom reading textbooks all day. So generally motivation has been at an all-time low. But I've been trying to do some revision, trying being the key word. I had an English mock yesterday, which was Friday, which I think went okay. It could have gone better. I kind of struggle a little bit with time management at the moment in my exams. It was a 2.5 hour long paper. The first section is on Othello by William Shakespeare. And you get a passage from the text and you have to talk about dramatic methods and all that. I'm sure some of you know. So you should spend around 50 minutes on that section. Then the next section is a question on Othello. You don't get any passage to help you out with it. Just a question, 50 minutes again. And the last question is on two different texts. In my school we study Tess of the D'Urbervilles and Death of the Salesman. So you have to talk about two texts within one question, so kind of like 25 minutes on each. I was doing okay up until the last question. I was doing pretty fine. And I kind of had so much to say about Tess of the D'Urbervilles and not enough to say about Death of the Salesman. So I feel like I could have split my time up a little bit more wisely. But other than that, I think I did alright. I have another English mock next week on Thursday. 3 hours long, so that'll be great. So there's lots to learn for English, and I have not revised nearly as much as I should have done. As well as English, I take history, media studies and photography, so I've got quite a busy few weeks ahead of me before my exams are finished. I think I counted 8 weeks before my last exam's finished, so not long now. One final push and it'll all be over, finally. I revise in really boring ways actually. I take lots of notes. So for example, if I'm revising history, I'll go through my notes and kind of condense my notes, probably into flashcards because they're nice and easy to make. They're nice and easy to quickly go over, quickly look over and try and get the information in a quick, kind of snappy kind of way. So for history I normally do flashcards. Sometimes mind maps, they're quite nice as well. For English, I tend to read over my notes, read over like scene summaries and stuff because you need to know a lot about the texts, obviously. And I like to write out lists of quotations, the most important quotations. I've tried to make flashcards for English, but I can't really find a good way of doing it. I know that sounds strange, but I don't know, I just can't think of a good way to make good English flashcards. For history flashcard, you write a question like, what is the investiture controversy, for example, and then on the back you explain it. So, when you're looking through your flashcards, you can, think of the answer before you read it. But I can't really think of a good way of doing that for English. I don't know, what is some important quotes from Othello? It's a really boring and kind of not very helpful flashcard. So if anybody has any good English flashcard ideas, please let me know. And another way that I like to revise, and it's the most boring way of revising but it works, is planning out practice questions. So for example in history you might have a question about why the First Crusade was called. So you write the question at the top of your page first of all, and then plan out the question as if you were going to write an essay. And try and recall as much information as you can without looking back through your notes or a textbook or something. Try and recall as much information and detail as you can, first of all, and then if you can't, look over your notes, and so you're refreshing yourself as much as possible, which is a good way of doing it. So that's basically how I've been revising so far and how my week has gone. Hopefully motivation will be up next week because I really feel like I have achieved nothing. I already have so much work to do as well. I already have a lot of homework and I'm supposed to revise on top of all that, and I've got a mock next week. Oh my god, I'm so busy already. Ugh, it's okay. 8 more weeks and then it will be over. And I'm going on holiday. We haven't booked it yet, but I'm going on holiday somewhere. We don't know where yet. I'm going on holiday somewhere. That'd be nice. Something to look forward to at least. I hope everybody else's revision is going just as well as mine. Hopefully better, because I've not done much. And I will speak to you all next week. If you want to ask me any questions, feel free to do so. I'll be hanging around in the comments section, and I have a blog over on the student room. If you want to leave a post on there, that's great. I'll get back to you as well. So I'll see you guys later, and I hope your revision is going well.